President Obama arrives in Israel this morning. It's Mr. Obama's first trip to the country as president and only his second visit to the Middle East since taking office. Mr. Obama will also travel to the West Bank and Jordan. The last time the president visited the region was in 2009. The political and social landscape has certainly changed dramatically, though, since then. So joining us this morning to talk more about this trip is Pamela Falk, CBS News Foreign Affairs analyst. Pam, good morning.
Good morning, Emery.
So this is a significant trip. The last time he was there 2009. He did not go to Egypt, or rather he went to Egypt. He did not go to Israel. Right. He was pretty close by. Is this an opportunity to kind of maybe make amends after, not visiting the last time?
Absolutely. This is his first trip as commander-in-chief. I mean, since he's become president, and it's very significant. Other presidents have waited a while, but the point is, it's very important. He has made a point of saying how strong U.S. relations are with Israel, but he hasn't gotten there.
Right.
So this gives him a chance just after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has formed a new government. They're both in their second term, to see if he could restart the peace talks. They also have the goal of trying to reassure Netanyahu that the U.S. will support Iran not getting a nuclear weapon, and then also containing the Syria conflict. So it's a lot to expect, although the White House sort of playing down expectations.
It is a lot to expect. He doesn't have the best relationship with Netanyahu, who's,
right.
A bit of a hardliner, and the last election for Netanyahu was a complicated one. He's probably counting his blessings that he's there and he's able to do the work.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an opportunity for them to maybe make a connection?
Yes, absolutely. This is a very good trip, and especially since during the last General Assembly session at the UN, there was not a bilateral meeting, and they sort of sounded it out, but then it didn't happen. And President Obama spent 45 minutes in the UN, and out he went. And so this is a chance for them to really sit down. He's also speaking to the Israeli students we were talking about, and see both Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Then he goes to Ramallah and the West Bank, and then he wraps it at one point in Amman, Jordan, with King Abdullah.
You talked about speaking to the Israeli students. That's a major component of this trip here. Is it a little bit of a charm offensive? Let's go straight to the Israeli people and see if I can win them over as well?
Yes, he's doing both. And there were recent polls just taken that basically the American public is very supportive of Israel. He needs to go say he is also, that even though they have different timelines on Iran, and Iran's a very big issue, and Syria with chemical weapons, all of that is very big issue. And so he's got to talk to the people of Israel, and of course it's the youth. So he's trying to say he does support Israel, even though there have been a lot of tensions.
Let's hit Syria. He is visiting Jordan.
Right.
Jordan is dealing with a pretty large refugee population streaming out of Syria. There's a lot of, as you brought up today, there was some discussion, some allegations about whether chemicals had been used. There's no proof so far, but both sides are blaming each other.
Right.
What sort of impact do you think his presence in the region will have on this conversation?
I don't think either side, either the Assad side or the rebel side at this point, think they're going to be peace talks. And that's the sad part. Lifting of partial trade embargoes, and other countries in Europe starting to increase arms, or at least in the U.S. increasing the non-lethal weapons. All of that means that they're trying to contain it to the point where there might be a balance and there could be some peace talks. But right now it does not look good, and it's spilling over into the Golan Heights. It's spilling over into Turkey, Jordan, all the neighbors.
Indeed. Pamela Falk, CBS News Foreign Affairs analyst. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Absolutely, Emery. Good to be here.